Yo, it's crack-a-lackin'. So, today I was thinking all day of what I should make for dinner. And, but I was feeling pretty lazy because all this cold weather that's happening right now. And so I came up with something that was super easy, like probably under 30 minutes or less to make. So I hope you guys enjoy this easy meal. So let's get going. First thing we got to get going is those potatoes. We're going to turn these into some papa fritas. So just go ahead and wedge them out, and they're going to cook evenly in my little air fryer that I have. So, just wedge them out. Hopefully not. If it's a little too big, go ahead and hit them with put them in thirds. Then we're going to go ahead and put them in a bowl and set them to the side. Next, we're going to move on to this long green boy. What we're going to do is just cut the top off, cut it down the middle, just seed it, and then we're going to cut this into thin, long strips. Just a little tip, when you go ahead and cut this pepper up, press it down and cut the top side. It makes it a little bit easier to cut and making sure you get some nice clean cuts on it. For the onion, we're going to use half of it. We're going to do a thin slice. I used a mandolin for it, but you don't have to use it if you don't have one, or if you do want to use it, you can go ahead and use it. Just be careful, because some things are dangerous. I've gotten my finger a couple times in the past. Then we're going to go ahead and throw our peppers and our onions into a bowl and set aside for cooking later. You can either save the onion for later, or I'm making hot sauce at the same time, so I went ahead and cut that up and throw it in there. So we're going to go ahead and get our papas fritas ready. So what we're going to do is hit it with a little bit of olive oil. Here I used avocado oil because I like, the smoke point on it. It gets a little bit more crispier. So we're going to hit it with some olive oil, give it a good mix up. Then I'm going to hit it with some of that Voodoo Chef Nolan seasoning. I find it's a pretty good Cajun seasoning. Gives a little bit of extra kick to it. And if you guys are interested in that, I'll go ahead and put the link down in the description to the page. And you can go ahead. It has a bunch of type of sauces on there and seasonings that I found so much pretty good right now. When you got them things seasoned up, I went ahead and threw them into my basket for my air fryer. And I put them in about a 400 degree for about 20 to 25 minutes. While those potato boys are cooking, we're going to go ahead and prep our sausage here. I have some chicken sausage. That's about, I would say, 70% to 30% fat. And then after that, we're going to just cut the casing off, and then we're going to throw that into a bowl. Go ahead, throw some oil in a pan, get it nice and hot. Then once that is hot, go ahead and throw your onions and peppers in there. Give them a little nice toss, get all the oil on there. And once they're cooking up a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and season them. I wanna get all the pores and everything open on those so they absorb that salt. We're gonna go ahead and season them with a little bit of salt. I would say about a teaspoon, and a little bit of ground black pepper, and just let them things cook. They look about just like this. To keep them from burning, we're going to throw a bit of water in there, and it's going to continue to cook them without making them burn. This is what we're looking for, so we're going to go ahead and throw those into a bowl and set aside for later. Them things spinning, them things looking really good right now. This is about, I would say, this is with like 15 minutes left. So, you know, how I like mine a little bit crispy, so keep going until you get that nice golden brown on them. For about 15 minutes left on the fries, we're going to go ahead and use that same pan for the onions and peppers and throw our chicken sausage in there and just continue to break it up as it cooks. Once they cook for about 5 minutes, go ahead and throw 3 tablespoons of tomato paste and about a half cup of water. Bring that up to a boil, get everything mixed up, and let that cook for about, I would say, 10 more minutes until all the pink is gone and all the meat's kind of broken up and everything's mixed well together. We'll wait for the fries and the chicken to cook. We're going to go ahead and make our garlic butter. We're going to go ahead and take some melted butter. This is about 3 tablespoons, and then we're going to throw some garlic powder in there and mix it up. This is for our rolls. We're going to go ahead and butter our rolls, so cut them in half. Be careful not to cut yourself. Once you cut them in half, we're going to take I had a pastry brush, so I'm going to go ahead and butter the insides real nice and well, because we're going to go ahead and toast them. I went ahead and put them on a cast iron skillet. If you don't have one, you can just put them on a non-stick skillet and it'll be the same thing. Want them nice, smothered and covered. You never can have enough butter. It's never gonna hurt here. So, put as much butter as you want on there, because it's just gonna be more tasty at the end. cast iron on about medium to medium low. I'm gonna lay them flat down. This is gonna take about 5 to 10 minutes. So put them on there and just let them sit. While we wait for everything to finish, we're gonna make a quick sauce for the fries here. I use 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. I had this ghost pepper sauce that I used about a tablespoon. It's really spicy, so be careful. You can add more or add less. I had this roasted garlic sauce that I made. I put a tablespoon of that in there. I went ahead and mixed it up and then tasted it, and it needed a little bit of salt, so I went ahead and put a little salt in there. With about 5 minutes left on the fries, we're gonna go ahead and put our sandwich together. Here, you're gonna go ahead and put that chicken sausage at the bottom. You know, this is gonna be a messy sandwich, so you don't worry about being perfect or polite. You know, use your hands, and it's fine. And after that, we're gonna go ahead and put the peppers on top of that, and we're gonna smother that thing in cheese. I really love cheese. Here, I used a mixture of mozzarella and cheddar that I had laying around. Then we're gonna slide them things into a 425-degree oven for about 5 minutes, or the cheese is nice and melted over the top. While we wait on those to get done and nice and melty, we're gonna get our fries going. So here I took some cilantro and give it a quick chop real quick. I had some leftover truffle oil. I don't know if you ever had truffle fries, but they are delicious. I highly recommend them next time you go to a place that had them, or you can just make them yourself. Just go ahead and buy some truffle oil. But I must say, if you do that, truffle oil goes a far way and it gets really pungent. So go ahead and use a little bit of it. I threw some of the cilantro in there, a little bit of Parmesan, mixed them things up, and then there we go. We got some delicious truffle oil fries. Should be ready to come out the oven. Man, look at all that cheese. I love cheese. You know, that little crispy bits on the actual pan, I'll go ahead and eat those too. Now we're gonna go ahead and throw our sandwich on the plate, throw a little bit of fries on there, and that's pretty much gonna wrap it up, guys. You know, took me, I would say, about 30 minutes to make or less. So if you guys are wanting something for dinner, something that's very delicious, and don't feel like cooking a long time, go ahead and make this up. It doesn't take no time. This pretty much wraps up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, go ahead and smash that like button, and also go ahead and subscribe so you guys get more videos or how-to videos on simple dinners like this. Or right now, I'm currently editing a Christmas together, type of meal that's, really easy, but also very simple. So I hope you guys are having a happy holidays, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. Peace.